Hi friends, my name is Rohan Vasudev. In this video, I am going to show you how to use GenvexAI Datatron bot to interact with your database using plain simple English. Datatron lets you connect directly to your MySQL or PostgreSQL database and run queries without writing SQL manually. You simply type what you want in text, the AI converts it into an optimized SQL query, and that query can be executed instantly in your database. This makes database operations faster, simpler, and accessible even for non-technical users. Now let's see step by step how easy it is to connect to your database and start querying using GenvexAI. Firstly, let's navigate to text to SQL. Over here in this particular panel, I am going to firstly select what kind of database it is. For the demonstration, I am going to connect MySQL database. Okay, and I'm going to type my connection settings. All right. Now for this particular thing, I can also save this connection. Also, I can create a new database. So let's create a database, tutorial DB. And I'm going to click on this connect create button over here to create a new DB, which is tutorial DB. Also, I can save this connection. So let's save the connection and let's name the connection as tutorial connection. All right. And let's click on the OK button over here. So connection saved successfully. And now in the drop down, I can see this tutorial connection over here. So let's select on that, and all your databases in this particular MySQL with this particular connection will all be loaded over here. So these are my databases. So I am just going to select tutorial DB, which I just created over here. So that's a new DB over here. I can just remove it from here, this particular part, or I can keep it also. Not a question. Okay. Now just tell the AI to just create a simple table over here. So let's write a simple English over here, create a table, users. I am just going to click on this generate SQL button over here. All right. Okay. So it has given me a query over here. All right. A command over here, create table users, ID, username, email, password created at. I can also refine it, tell the AI what kind of table structure I want. Okay. Either I can just copy the entire command from here and go into my database and paste it directly. Also, I can execute the query straight away over here. So in this particular case, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on execute query and this table will be created straight away in my database. So let's click on the execute query button, and yes, the query is executed here. As you can see, my database is already selected over here. We have also created a table called users in this particular tutorial DB that we just created. Okay, so let's go down here. We can also select a table from here. So let's select users table. Because that makes the AI to understand the table structure easier when we are executing the queries actually. Okay, so I have just selected the users table from my tutorial DB database and it shows the table schema as well. Now I want to retrieve all the record from the users table. So let's click on the new query tab over here and just type show all data. That's all. Okay, because I have already selected users table over here. All right, so automatically upon clicking on the generate SQL button, it's going to give me a query, select star from users. I can simply click on the execute query button over here and the query will be executed. But I have not added any rows to it. So let's open the new query tab again over here, add 5 rows to users table. All right, generate SQL. All right, so let's execute the query. I can also tell the AI what all rows that I want to add, what all data I want to add. I can upload the Excel files also, which will cover in the upcoming tutorials. Okay, so let's just execute this query over here and the rows will be added over here. And if you now execute this particular query, okay, you are going to see the records, all the records over here. So this is how we can use Datatron bot to execute different queries. So thank you so much guys for this tutorial. I shall see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much guys.